This next chapter is on reaching down to touch your toes. And I see a lot of people with problems doing this. And what ends up happening when your back gets so tight is you start to develop a problem with back pain. And again, this function to be able to round the back like this is fairly normal and helps us to reach down a couple extra 4 to 5 inches. Also, we might not be able to dress ourselves, pick something up from the floor, and also if it's very tight and you go to do that, then you could hurt yourself, actually herniate, rupture a disc, things like that. So, very important. Also, it's good for arthritis prevention. So let's do a little assessment here. Let's see how well you do. So what I'd like you to do is stand up fairly straight and just do a slight knee bend. So not locking the knees back, but just a little bit of knee bend. And I'd like to see how far you can bend down. So let's just do a little assessment. Now if you have arthritis, you have bulging ruptured disc, any severe arthritis, then I want you to stay in your pain-free range of motion, or maybe check with your doctor before you try this. So just walk your hands down, keeping them straight. Let's see how far you can reach down. Can you reach down? Maybe you can touch the floor, so you can even reach down a little bit further. Maybe you can put your palm down. Or maybe you're somewhere up here, which you can measure. Let's say I was real tight. My arms are straight. Where do your ends of your middle fingers come? And just see how far. This is a little assessment, how far you can come down. Okay? So, remember this, because we want to use this as a benchmark of where you start from. Good. Some of you might come down a little bit further. Good. So, you want to check that, okay, at the end of all this. So, here we go with some exercises. So if you could do that fairly easily, touch your toes or touch the floor, then sometimes you don't really need these exercises, or maybe you just want to do these periodically to maintain this function. Well, let's say that you do know somebody that can't touch their toes. Please share this with them. Maybe they're an older person, maybe they're family, and they can get some benefit and continue functioning at a higher level. Because if you can't reach down here, you're going to need some aids, long-handled reacher maybe to reach down to get something over your feet, or you're at more risk of a fall because you can't reach down, it's a struggle, or you're going to hurt your back, these types of things. So we want to try to improve this function. So exercise we could do is walk your hands down, keeping your legs almost straight. Walk them down till you feel a little stretch somewhere in the back of your body here, in the back of your thighs. It's called the hamstring muscles. It might be up toward the buttock. Notice where it is. Okay, so from here, we're going to inhale, bend your knees, and exhale, straighten. Just until you feel some light tension or pull behind the knees. Good, then again, inhale, bend knees, exhale, straighten. We're going to do that a few times. Now, if your doctor's told you not to bring your head below your heart, also follow that advice from them. So you just kind of back up a little bit and do the same exercise, doing what you can. Good, and after a few of those, now when you straighten, maybe pull down with the hands. So you're pulling a stretch in your back. Inhale, bend your knees. Exhale, straighten, and use your hands to pull down, not in the pain, just a light tension or pull somewhere along the back of the body. This is going to loosen up muscles needed to reach down to touch the floor or come down further. Inhale, bend your knees. Exhale, straighten. Pull down. Good, then walk your hands back up. Good, now we go through another round of that. So again, we exhale, walk your hands back down. Maybe you can walk down a little further than you did before. Same thing, inhale, bend your knees, exhale, straighten, pull down, maybe a little further each time. Inhale, exhale.
restoring the lengthening capability of these muscles.
Good, walk back up. And now we do a reassessment just to see what a few of these exercises actually did. So again, same degree of knee bend. So maybe not all the way straight, but just a little bit of knee bend. And see how far you can reach down now.
It's probably going to improve quite a bit. Good. And
walk back up. So I would recommend working on this 2 to 3 times a week, same as the other exercises, for about 3 weeks. 3 weeks, reassess. Just do that assessment, see how far you can reach down without any exercise, because that kind of loosens things up. I want to be able to reach down, touch your toes, and if after 3 weeks you're still not quite there, continue for another round of 3 weeks doing the same exercise, and gradually you'll see even more and more improvement to where you can reach down and touch the floor. So again, share this with someone else. For sure you know some people that are having problems. First check to see if they have any back problems. Okay, so little bonus material here again is hands. Hands, we're going to work on the hands. See so many people having problems with their hands, so we want to prevent having hand trouble, arthritis. If you're having a flare-up of arthritis, I would recommend waiting until that flare-up of arthritis is gone before you do these exercises. So let's first talk about why you need hand exercises. So a lot of deformities can happen. That's what they call arthritis. And many of the deformities you see, they can't straighten out their hand all the way, so they can't open their hand. And you see they can't open the hands out to the side, and or they have deformities in their joints. They're not straight. Sometimes they look something like this. And that is a lot of the muscles that go through the hand or forearm. And so we can do some exercises to help regain that straightening of the hand. Also, grip strength is a lot less when there's deformities. You get pain while you do all that. So these are good exercises to help maintain the hand function. So your first exercise we're going to do is you hold your little fingers forward, and you're going to try to straighten all your fingers. And look at all your fingers, and if there's a couple that don't look like they're straightening all the way, I want you to become aware of that. Also, you're stretching your fingers out to the side, so opening the fingers is really important. There's muscles between the bones in your hands, and those muscles have to pull your bones apart, your fingers apart. So if you're getting a little tired, just do what you can. Okay, so great. Now you're going to bend your second knuckle. Bend your second knuckle right here. This is called long fist. Okay? And see if you can bring the pads of your fingers all the way to your palm here. Now that may be a little laughing thing. And you can even bend your thumb. Try to bring the pad of your thumb to your palm. Good. And you'll feel this stretch right in the back of your hand. And notice if there's any of the fingers where the pads of your finger doesn't touch your palm. Good. Just be aware of that. And they might even not even be close. But there might be a few that are even worse. Okay? So that's called long fist. Now we make what's called tabletop. This is bending the third knuckle here right at your knuckles. And you want to try to make fingers straight. Fingers straight. You can also bring your thumbs like this. Thumbs like this, okay? Notice if one of the fingers is not straight. Just become aware of that. Good. And these are intrinsic muscles, muscles inside of your hands. But then we make what's called short fist. So we're trying to bring the pads of your fingers as close to the knuckles as you can. And then you can roll your thumb just underneath those fingers and just see if all the fingers come to your pad right there. Squeezing, so this helps with your grip strength, this one especially. Good. Alright, so let's go through those again. Straighten out your hand. Stretch your fingers out nice and wide. Good. Alright, Now, if you wanted to, you could take the opposite hand. If you see one of your fingers, it's not all the way straight, you can try to straighten it out. Let's say it's my ring finger here and it's a little bit bent like this. I can try to pull it back till there's a light stretch, okay? So we're giving a little assistance with our other hand, trying to pull it back a little bit, not to the point of pain, not forcing anything. Good. And then you could take the other, if there's another finger, maybe straighten that one out. I'm trying to pull it back a little bit and straighten it out. Good. From this long fist, and we make again, or we'll call that first one long hand. This is short fist. Again, remember, fingertip pads, we're trying to bring those all to the palm, or to the knuckle there. And we can bend the thumb, so we look like this. Good. If you see one of them that doesn't quite go all the way, you can give a little assist. Kind of push that finger toward the knuckle. Go too far, it's going to cause pain. Good. And then maybe there's another finger, push that one in too, that's going to give a little stretch, help it to have more range of motion. Good. Then we go to tabletop. This is different action for the fingers, for the hand. And if you see one of your hands, it's not, one of your fingers is not quite all the way straight, try to straighten it out just a little bit. Give it a little help. Make sure your knuckles are pointing up toward the sky. Good. Then we make short fists, so we try to bring the finger pads all the way to the knuckles, and then close your thumb underneath your fingernails, right to the palm. We try to bring. Good. And you can even bend your fist down like this. This is going to stretch in the back. Can you feel that? Good. All right. So if one of your fingers doesn't quite go to the finger pad, you can help it again. Help it again. Push it down, finger to the palm. Maybe it's on this other hand. Push down. Give a little help. Good. So I like this exercise because it's real easy. You know, you can sit watching TV and get kind of creative, to where you kind of make this a little exercise. You're spending time with grandchildren, you know, real easy. You can do this exercise. And do like, 6, 7, 10 repetitions of all those different exercises with the hands, and I think it'll really help with the hands. Now, if you get worse pain after you do this, sometimes we could be in a little flare-up. So it'd be really good to maybe do a little less, and if you still have the pain, check with your doctor. There's also a substance called eggshell membrane. When you crack an egg, you'll see this little shiny coating. They have a supplement now. 750 milligrams has been shown of this substance, eggshell membrane, to actually rebuild cartilage. So where your joints wear out in your hips, shoulders, maybe your fingers where you get arthritis, you can regrow cartilage. And this is proven in medical universities here in America. And so you can do these exercises, take that supplement. Sometimes it takes about 7 days to see reduction in pain. Usually about 3 weeks to see an improvement in range of motion. And doing that with these exercises is really going to help. So, and again, if you know someone that has hand problems, please share these exercises with them. Let them see the DVD and share that with them. So, thank you so much for joining me in this exercise DVD. This is very good exercise to prepare for getting a little bit older. You want to be doing this, so you're also thinking about that. But thank you so much for joining this physical limitation workout, physical limitation prevention workout. And if you have any questions, you can always give me a call. My name again, Ed Eisler, 386-214-6465. Best to call me. And if you have any other issues, I'd be happy to answer them. Thank you.